Okay, cool. So we are recording now. Welcome to our webinar this evening. Our host, I'll start here. I'm Cynthia, as you can tell by my little name across there. I'm Cynthia, and I am part of the Mastery Systems team. Bob led our 11-day in-person event from December 1st through 11th, and now his voice is on vacation. So it's a little challenging to host a webinar when your voice is on vacation. So thank you for joining me and Adam and the rest of us tonight. We're going to play a little bit differently and somewhat the same. So let's see, what is today? He always starts with the day, right? Today is December 15th. And we're going to talk about our Victory Goals Achievement course coming up in January. The dates for this course are January 14th and 15th, 2023. Wow. I mean, 2023 already. Anybody else? This is like, already. And it's good, 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 good. So who's been in a Victory Goals Achievement class in the past? There's 1, 2, come on guys, raise your hands. 3, there's 1. Yeah, Dr. Carolyn's been in before. Yeah, so Victory Goals Achievement is an opportunity for new commitments. Let's just start there. An opportunity for new commitments. In the past, when I have considered the word commitment was an outside thing, something that I did outside of myself. It required something of me. And as I've been with Bob and been through different classes and different things, I have come to see the word differently as the word commit. So what we're bringing into our lives is exactly what we desire. We are making a commitment to ourselves in our Victory Goals Achievements class. I've been in the class since every January since 2019. Well, I think last year it was in March because of Bob's health issues. And 2019, 2020, 21, and 22. And next year will be 23. And I will be in this class again. Why? Is it all new material? No, but I'm new. I'm new every time. Every year, I have a new opportunity to make a new commitment to me. We have all heard insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So is it time to do something new? So if we're going to change our trajectory, even 1 degree, if the astronauts headed to the moon changed their trajectory by even 1 degree, they would have missed it completely and may have hit something all new. Who knows? Science and NASA I'm in Houston, yes, and I leave that to the experts in brainiology. And that's my new word, brainiology, because they are geniuses in that area. So anyway, changing our trajectory just a tiny bit for something new in 2023. Victory Goals Achievement gives us that opportunity. Commit that 2023 is your best year so far. It's not something we have to go out and grab, not something we have to look for or find or do. It's something we commit. We change and tweak a little here and a little there and imagine something new, and we get a whole new 2023. I know I'm brand new. I just came back from the meta session and the My Word Made Flesh certification. Raise your hand. I know you guys, some of you were there. Raise your hand if you were there. Hello, gorgeous people. Yes, we are so closely knit group now. And an in-person event is an awesome thing to do. When you have a Meta BE in-person event, we're connected in a whole new way. We've had fingers in places where people don't usually put fingers, and I'm talking about in our mouth. So it's your little mind out of the gutter. We did our cranials, we did spinals, we did all kinds of things to reboot and redo. So I have already committed to being all new in 2023. Who's with me? Anyone else? Yes, absolutely. All new in 2023. Commit to your family being blessed beyond your wildest imagination. And if you can imagine it, you can have it. I'm going to say it again. If you can imagine it, you can have it. It's already yours. Anything placed in my imagination, in my field, anything was put there by my Creator. A blessing waiting to happen. What's it waiting on? My agreement. It's just waiting on my agreement that I can be my blessing. So commit to your family already being blessed. Start now at the end of 2022, already imagining your new outcomes, your new 2023 year. Our country, our nation, has been cancel clear in a bit of a funk the past couple of years. You guys with me on that one? Stuff going on, and yeah. So let's also commit to our community, our city, our state, our nation. Let's go bigger, even our planet, thriving in a whole new way. What does it mean to thrive? What does that mean to you? And that's a real question. So you guys jump in. What does thriving mean to you? Tammy posted in the chat, peace and harmony and unity. Okay. Who else? Anyone else? I know in the past I've committed to just surviving. And when I came online with Bob's stuff, thriving was a whole new word. I had to sit down and even find a definition for thriving. What does thriving even look like for me? And this is where I had to get serious with my imagination activation. Yes, Tammy, jump in, please.
Thriving,
there you go. Go ahead.
Thriving involves abundance, and not just financial, but abundance and blessings. It involves expanding. It involves raising your vibration. It involves magnetizing people, things, events, scenarios to you. That's my definition of thriving.
Cynthia, the coach is going to jump in just for a second because we're MetaFam. Whose abundance?
My abundance, my abundance, my thriving, my attraction, my magnetizing, my, me.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Tammy, for jumping in. And I agree with all your words. Donna, go ahead.
Hi there, Cynthia. Good to see you. You look beautiful. It did work on you very, very well. Well, since Sunday, I have been, working with the processes, and thriving certainly has been coming up for me. And what it turned out to be is I inspire co-empowered thriving. And then I started thinking about thriving, and it was like, thriving? I've been in survival so long, so I had to turn back around, and thrive. I love you. Thriving. I love you, and I'm still working with it. So yes. Yeah, it's something that does not come. It only comes When you are absolutely ready to welcome it.
When who is?
When I am absolutely ready to welcome it.
Yes. And that's what come it means. We allow it to come to us. This is one of the things that we're going to explore in our class. So I've got some more stuff going on in the chat over
Yes,
here.
I
Rachel
better
says,
believe.
Rachel says abundance and peace. Rachel, I think you typed in abundance at the exact time Tammy spoke the word. I saw it pop up at the exact same time. Abundance and peace. Cesar, more than enough. Yes, already more than enough. I agree. And Tammy, I received my thriving life with my grateful heart. Gratitude is a huge, huge, huge piece in our Victory Goals Achievements class. There are many pieces to the puzzle. And the first thing we're going to do in our first class on January the 14th is take an inventory of 2022. Where are we thriving? There's a whole list of things that we're going to share about where are we already thriving and where have we agreed to just survive. And so there's question after question after question. We're going to make lists upon lists upon lists. Start gathering your magazines now. We're going to do some vision boards. We'll have some assignments. We're going to discover what it means to walk by faith. Because all we do is discover the what. Our Creator provides the how. All we do is discover the what. What is new? What does it mean to walk by faith? Already having it before we see evidence of having whatever it is. I've heard many people say in the past, well, I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, nice. And is that faith? Not really. No, not at all. Faith is believing it, walking in it, being alive in it, and then seeing evidence of it. Walking in it, faith comes first, then comes the evidence. We design the what, our Creator designs the how, and we walk in it, believing, being alive in our new commitments to 2023 being our best year ever. Adam, you got anything here?
Yeah.
I knew you did. I could tell.
This is awesome. So one, how many of y'all, I don't know if you can really see it, but anyway, it's called A, sub A, B, B, and Beyond B. Y'all have heard Bob talk about Neville Goddard. So if you have the imagination activation, DVD, CDs, if you've ever done mind mapping or outcome mapping, like what Cynthia described, I've been on 5 or 6 Victory Goals Achievements too in the last 7-8 years. And what he will share in this class is the core piece of any of his trainings. Like, this is the goal. This is the miracle on how we have or choose everything we require, because it's more than just goal setting. So he's going to teach you the magic that if you come to this class and you even just get this one thing and you master it, this is how it works. This is how, in my view, how God works, the universe works, the law of attraction. It will be delivered in this class. So if you have any of those materials, go study, review, just get in the game as far as saturation. And like, I just encourage y'all to come. I mean, it's a really profound class, and there's the secrets to the universe that's going to be delivered in this class. So period for now.
Absolutely. Thank you, Adam. So 3 very foundational courses, if you already have them in your hub and they're available on our website to do. Could you type who he said? Hada, mic yourself, hon. What do you mean? Could you type who he said?
Besides mapping, I thought he gave someone's name.
Oh, Neville Goddard is an author. Yeah,
And
thank you, Natasha.
VAL. Well,
Yeah,
there it is.
Natasha just put it in.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Natasha. Woohoo, it takes a whole team. Bob's a one-man show and we are a team together. So woohoo, thanks for your help, guys. So in this class, we're going to be offered opportunities and encouraged to make lists, to imagine, and to dream. We can design a vision dream board, what a true visual dream board looks like. You can start collecting magazines, you can print out words, all those type things, but begin imagining. We're also going to discover the difference between a goal and an outcome. And this is very much what Adam was talking about. There is a huge difference between a goal and an outcome, and how to move from a goal into a manifested outcome. Goals are out there. We're just waiting. Outcomes are completely different. We're going to talk about the difference. Bob will talk about the difference between doable, reasonable, and possible, and stepping outside of our known box of reality. As long as I'm in my box of known reality of doable, reasonable, possible, I can do all the things. And if I'm making a new commitment for all new and imagining great things, what happens when we step outside our box of known reality? We experienced a little bit of that in our meta during the week, just what's new and what's new and what's new again. So how do you step out of your box? Come to our class and find out. I'm just here as a teaser. Adam's here as a teaser. This webinar is to let you know we have this class coming up. Adam, thank you. The Law and the Promise is a really good one of Neville Goddard's books. Did you see that, Hada, in the chat over there? Okay, perfect. Awesome. Some very helpful recorded classes in preparation for Victory Goals Achievement. You may already have these in your hub, and you can go to our website to get them. The first one is Keys to Your Outcomes. It's a grouping of classes. It's a great foundational building block for, what's the key word? Outcomes, your outcomes. Build Your Foundation is also another set on our Mastery Systems website to grab as well. And the Big Equals class. The Big Equals, and you may all have the Big Equals class. Review some of these things before our January class. Get these things rolling in your mind again. We're going to discover, what's the other? Life success. That's what it is. Areas for full spectrum life success. So we're going to look at finances and family, spirituality, fitness, health, what else? Spiritual service, spiritual practice. There's a whole list in my handouts of all the things that we're going to go through and look at one at a time to find out what changes can you make in your environment to make way for a new, healthy, opulent habits. When we take our new imagination and drop it into our old habits, we have an issue. How do we get our new healthy habit arrangement? What do we change? What do we do new? Do I rearrange my furniture or do I buy all new furniture? Do I rearrange my room? What do I do? Do I put new things on the wall? Do I brush my teeth differently? Do I get different clothes? What is it in each one of these areas that sparks us to stay in our brand new? So those are some of the things that we're going to talk about in our class. Right now on the calendar, our class is 2 days. It's January 14th and January 15th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday, and it's from 8 to 10 Eastern. So let's have a little bit of conversation. Does anyone have any questions? I've got a PowerPoint to show too, to go through some stuff. And anybody have any questions or comments about being in a prior class or about what's coming up? Tammy, yes. Thanks for jumping in.
There will be a recording, right? I will certainly be there on the 14th. On the 15th, I will be flying to Costa Rica. So
Fun. Yes, recordings will drop in your hub. Anytime you purchase a class, a recording drops in your hub. There now, secret, it's not written down anywhere. Shh. There's been rumors that Bob likes to give a little bit more than is promised. He's done that in the past. So it's possible. I'm going to say highly possible. I'm going to go all the way to probable. And that a couple more classes will be included in addition to these two in your registration. So keep your eyes open for announcements of extra stuff, and we'll absolutely talk about it in our class together on the 14th and the 15th. Now, the 14th and the 15th seems like a long way away. At least it does to me, because it's January and it's 2023 and it's right around the corner. So jump in. Anything else before I go to some slides that Jade prepared for me? Yay, Jade. Woohoo, technology. I love technology. Anyone else with a question or a comment? Okay. I will share my screen and we'll go to our awesome little butterfly. And where's the slideshow? Choose to get the slideshow button. Yes, I have a bunch of tabs open. I've been doing Christmas shopping since I got back. No judgment on the tabs. Okay, so let's move on. We did this one already. This is Victory Goals Achievement. This is where it says at the bottom, right here at the bottom, all registered participants will receive access to the recordings and some bonus pre-study materials. You'll also get handouts. So that's important as well. 2023, it's still such an interesting thing for me to see across these slides. So in this course, you will be guided to use conscious language, conscious choice, imagination activation, outcome facilitation, outcome mapping, and sacred body language translations as you discover and map your ever expanding goals. Just like we talked about before, you will discover what your heart is already aligned with for 2023. It's just a simple and yet profound ability to agree. I agree and I accept. So in this little paragraph here, will there be some facilitation by Bob? Count on it always. Yes, happens. Will there be some conscious language and some sacred body language translations? Yes. How will you know what your heart is already asking for? What's already landed? What are you going to agree with? Your body's going to tell you. And Bob will facilitate as your body tells you. So the class, like I said, is January 14th and 15th, and it's open to everyone. Even if you've been in class before, if you know all the things about mastery systems, awesome. And if you're brand new and a beginner, that works too. You'll get so much foundational information in this class. Yes, it says Victory Goals Achievement 2023, and I'm going to rename it Victory Goals Achievement for Your Life. This class has all the nuts and bolts and pieces for life upgrade. It'll teach us how to turn our desires and goals into a roadmap for success. Who likes a roadmap? I like steps. I like a roadmap. And God's the one that says how. We just get to say what. So we're going to learn the 17 laws of successful manifestation, 13 strategies specific for upgrade, and you will be empowered to create your own coefficient of thriving. These are handouts that you'll receive, and they are fantastic. They have lots of great information in them. Like I said, it's from 7 to 9. I think that's incorrect. I think it's from 8 to 10 Eastern time. Jade is in Central Time like I am, and on her calendar, I'm pretty sure it says 7 to 9. So we're going to go with 8 to 10. And when you register, you'll get the exact details. And I apologize for any confusion. We'll have in-class instruction, insight, and demonstration delivered by Bob. He's the one that's teaching these classes. There will be between class assignments that are going to be offered. Do you have to do them? No. Who suffers when you don't? You. This is you. When you invest in a class, you get the upgrades. You get to do the work. This is Bob. If you are new to Mastery Systems, this is our teacher for our class. He is a coach, and he will facilitate us as we upgrade. Let's move on. It's live on Zoom. And after you sign up, you'll get the Zoom links for both classes, which will have the correct time on them. I apologize. And you'll receive handouts prior to class. You will also receive, as Tammy asked about, recordings of classes in your hub. And if there are extra classes, they are free. They are part of your registration, and you'll receive recordings of those as well. Okay, this is where you get to talk. Who's been in class before? I mean, I'm a dog person, and still the cat thing is pretty cute. Go Jade. So who has been in class before and has something to share that they have received? And why will you repeat this class, even if you've been in class before? Come on, guys, jump in. All right, I'm going to pull a Bob line. Who's second? Laureen, did you unmic yourself? Do you have something to share, Lorraine?
No, I've never been in a class before, so I have nothing to share with this.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm excited for you to join us then in January. Oh, how exciting. Woohoo. I love, 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 love when we get new people. Okay, who's been in a class before? Adam, is there something you've gotten out of a class in the past?
Yes, and I mean, really for me, just like how many all-for-U's have you done, Cynthia? And how many SBLTs and bio-optics, and even like our metas that you've done 3 now?
In the 10s and 20s of those other classes too.
Yeah,
yes.
so my point is like this last meta and the My Word Made Flesh, the depth of my understandings of the way that Bob's and Mastery Systems tools work, it's the more you even repeat the same thing, it's not the same thing because you're listening from different ears and you have different eyes depending on what the last class you did. And honestly, every day we have new eyes and ears. So what's going to be shared on those 2 nights is just profound wisdom. I mean, it's just great. I just love being around whatever class it is. And honestly, the last 3-4 years, I do my best not to even pay attention what the title of the class is, because I'm coming there for new understandings and deeper understandings. And that's why I love coming to these classes.
There it is.
Yes. Sharika, go ahead.
I'm sorry, that was an accident.
Oops. Okay. That's okay. I agree. I have been in every class that Bob has taught since the middle of 2018. Again and again and again. And whatever the title of the class is, as Adam says, it's the same material shared in a new way, in an upscale way. I've been in classes when Bob has received profound new insights and understandings as he's actually teaching his material. And he shares about that. As he was writing My Word Made Flesh, he wrote the book. He was teaching the book, and as he was doing so, he got a new insight about his shoulder in class. Just beautiful, beautiful things. And I am always open to what God is going to say to me in
Yeah.
every class that I attend, every time. Okay, I'm going to go back. Any other comments? You guys jump in. Safe zone here tonight. Not yet. Oh, Tammy Hawksworth, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, I am feeling prompted to share. Beginning of 2022, I set a goal to be a millionaire. Now, that seems really out there, perhaps, by the end of this year. And lots of family kickback that wouldn't be possible. However, I realized I was not as specific as I could have been because I am a millionaire. I hit 1 million points in a particular program just a couple weeks ago. So technically, I reached being a millionaire. Be specific.
Yes. Awesome, awesome share. Yes, specificity is very, very important, and it's part of the outcome facilitation and imagination activation that we will go through in our class. Being specific is important. Yes. Nice. Thank you, Tammy. Anyone else? Oh, imagine yourself as the cat with the arm raised. Come on, guys. You can do this. Okay, we will go back. Okay, Tammy. We've got 2, 3, 4 Tammys on tonight. Woohoo! Go ahead, Tammy.
You have a predominance of Tammys in this whole, it's interesting because it's just not such a common name. I don't know why you wouldn't take it every year. Every year is a new year. You're going to be a new you with new outcomes. I do take a goals with someone every year, but now I will change to this as my home New Year's vision for the year. Instead of a resolution, it's a vision.
Yes.
It's your vision for this year that you can then magnetize and bring to you. So I think an every year thing is a commitment to this.
Beautiful. We talked about, thank you for sharing. We talked about a vision board or a dream board or whatever. In other classes that I've been in the past, a vision board, when we've made vision boards, not in Bob's classes, but in other people that are teaching, we've made a vision board as to what we're going to get for the year. Put all the things on there and what are you going to get for the year? This class is completely different because we are looking at it as our outcome. Once our vision board is created, and don't tell Bob I gave away the secret, okay? Once our vision board is created, once our questions are answered and we have imagined, we look at our vision board as our outcome. It's already happened. We are thankful for everything we see on our board because it's already happened, already done. God has already delivered it. And this is where our gratitude comes in at a much higher level. So give yourself permission to do something different in 2023. Give yourself permission to thrive. Not just a little, but as big of thriving as you can imagine. And once your imagination of thriving bucket gets full, imagine more. Because there's more and more and more. We're going to do everything differently in 2023. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. I remember where I am. Yes, yay, little cat. Okay, cool. Yay. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is details. January 14th and 15th, it's Saturday and Sunday. Investment price is $155. So why are we doing the webinar now? Because now it's $99. You are receiving tonight in your email box a link to register for $99. I believe that link is going to be good for the next week and a half or so. So jump in at $99. Find your friends, get them to jump in as well. Check your email for the register, for the class. Okay, my touchpad is very touchy. Let's go back. There you go. Check your email for the class link to register. And once you've registered, you're going to receive an email with further class information. You also get some bonus classes, so check that out as well. This line says, I didn't change it. I read it earlier today and I left it because it's a point for me. It says, come prepared on January 14th to begin upgrading your life. That's what Jade typed in, and I love it. And come prepared on January 14th with your life already upgraded. I choose to start with my upgrades already happening. This is our membership program. If you are new to Mastery Systems, go to our masterysystems.com and check out our membership opportunities available. As you can tell, we have one that is free and you get a couple of live webinar recordings every month. If you have further questions, contact Adam or Victoria or me at Mastery Systems, and we will assist you. We'll get your questions answered and we'll find out what we can do to assist you. Okay. Vote each other's victory of outcomes already achieved before we come together on January 14th. I have my outcome. I already have my miracle. I walk by faith. Anything else? Adam? Natasha? Tammy?
I actually choose to share. Hey, Ia, if you can hear me, congrats on your
Is she
newborn
on?
king.
She's on. Oh, she is on.
I love you, Ia. Congratulations.
Yes. Many, many, many blessings and congratulations to your precious new boy.
Yes.
Oh, how awesome. Yay. Yay. At Mastery Systems, we're a family, guys. Ia's in Australia, and we celebrate each other's wins and successes and births, upgrades, outcomes, all our things. And we celebrate with each other. We support each other, and we vote each other's victory. So, let's see. Give yourself, I think I said this already, give yourself permission to thrive. Let it be okay. Nothing to work, nothing to attain, nothing to get or compulsively do. Just let your miracles land in your lap. And we will see you on January 14th. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Have a great night.
Good night.
Love to you all.